Blackstone Audiobooks presents
The FBI, Inside the World's Most Powerful Law Enforcement Agency by Ronald Kessler. This book bears a dedication for Pam, Greg, and Rachel Kessler. Author's Note and Acknowledgments. How does one investigate the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Very carefully. Fortunately, when I started this book, I was no stranger to the Bureau. From the late 1960s, I had written newspaper stories about the FBI's questionable wiretapping practices and its compilation of files with embarrassing information about members of Congress. In the late 1970s, I wrote stories about the Bureau's training program, the profiling of criminal suspects, and the acceptance of women agents. In the 1980s, I wrote books about the FBI's program for catching spies, including Spy vs. Spy, which focused exclusively on the FBI's counterintelligence program, and Escape from the CIA, which compared the FBI's sensitive handling of Vitaly Yurchenko, the KGB officer who defected from the Soviet Union and then skipped back 3 months later, with the CIA's callous treatment of him. In my most recent book, Inside the CIA, I revealed that a super-secret joint CIA-FBI squad had recruited a KGB officer inside the Soviet embassy in Washington. When I finished the book on the CIA, my agent, Robert Gottlieb, head of the literary department at the William Morris Agency in New York, suggested I write a book on the FBI. With Paul D. McCarthy, senior editor at Pocketbooks, I decided to focus on the Bureau since the death in 1972 of J. Edgar Hoover, portraying how the Bureau really works and how it has changed since Hoover was director. In writing the book on the CIA, I had dealt extensively with William M. Baker. Baker had traveled from the FBI to the CIA and back, heading public affairs at both agencies when William H. Webster was director of the Bureau and then of the agency. Webster had authorized the CIA to cooperate to a limited extent on my book about the agency, and I had developed a relationship of trust with Baker, who later became the FBI's assistant director over criminal investigations. I called Baker, who told Thomas F. Jones, then in charge of the FBI's press office, that he thought the FBI should cooperate fully on the project. In a memo to Jones, Baker wrote that the FBI could not get a fairer evaluation.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?